Well, it's disappointing because it seemed like that was the case the whole series. Every time we scored, we get some momentum and we give it back shortly thereafter. And it's such a game of momentum. When you can hang on to it, it certainly helps your team.
Mike, I felt like your team played its best hockey this season when it was at its most defensively responsible during February and March into April. I feel like they got away from that a little bit with all the odd man rushes in this series. Do you feel that way, and do you have an explanation for it?
Yes, I do. And you know, it was something that we talked a lot about before the series started, because we knew the type of game they were going to play and what we were up against. And so we had to have, you know, and you can use however any vocabulary you want to describe it. We've talked about having patience with our game and taking what the game gives us and making better decisions with the puck, so we don't put ourselves in some difficult circumstances. And unfortunately, we put ourselves in some difficult circumstances.
Mike, to follow up on that, was the message lost in translation at all? Do you have any theories as to why you got away from the solid, low-risk hockey you were playing in March in particular?
No, I don't have an answer for it. You know, that the reality is that, you know, we win as a group and we lose as a group, and we're all a part of it. And so we've all got to take responsibility. It's disappointing. We had high expectations of this team. We believe we have good players, and we had the potential to be a good team. And we obviously did not play well enough to win.
Mike, when did you get a sense that the series might be getting away from you?
I didn't feel as though it was. You know, when you look at the nature of the game, the way the games were played, it's a whole lot closer than the optics. You know, every game for that matter was for the most part, a one-goal game. We might have given up a second one late in the game because we're pressing, but for the most part, you know, it was a fairly even game. And you know, it boils down to critical moments and making sure that, you know, you make the right plays at the right time. And you know, you got to give the Islanders credit. They, you know, I tip my hat to their team. They played extremely well. And so, but from our standpoint, I know we're capable of being better. We didn't play as well as we're capable.
Mike, Brian Rust just said, speaking about the Islanders, we can learn from them when it comes to generating offense and using skill out of structure that exists with the team. Are the Islanders a good example of, like you tend to say, you don't want to take the sticks out of your guys' hands, but they can still get some offense from what they do well? Are they a good example of what you might be able to strive to do for next year in that context? Well,
they're a team that's built on defense first, and they've certainly bought into that, and so that's their identity. You know, I think our identity is different based on the personnel that we have. But having said that, it's hard to win in the playoffs if you don't defend and you don't take care of the puck. And I think that's the lesson learned. Is we've got to be committed to playing a team game. You know, we've talked all season long about being a team that's difficult to play against, and we know what that means, and we know the details associated with that. With our team, I think it always starts with our own puck possession and making sure we manage the puck the right way. And I think when we do that, we're a whole lot more difficult to play against because we don't give teams easy opportunities. And so I think our identity is very different than theirs. You know, we've had success playing to this identity. We certainly didn't play to it as consistently enough this season as we needed to become the team that we had hoped we'd become.